Hey lovelies, welcome again to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Margaret. If you're returning subscribers, thank you for coming back to check my other contents, and it's great to have you here, all of you, and I'm really humbled. Thank you for the support you've been showing me. Thank you for 269 subscribers. Oh, I love you all. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about culture shocks in France. So we're going to start with the bureaucracy, whereby it's kind of a stereotype in France, and it's whereby you have to carry all your documents when you're going somewhere. Like, be ready for this, guys, because you'll need all your documents when you're opening a bank account, when you're needing your visa. You need to put your phone bill plan. They always ask you about your documents, passport and whatever, your birth certificate sometimes. So just be ready to give your documents, have your documents with you. Don't leave them back home in your country. So when you come to France, there's this thing about documents, and like a long process. Actually, to be honest with you, paperwork and application take the longest time to be processed. Something that also goes along with this is time, guys. Time. Everything takes time here in France. Like the same way you can go to the bank and maybe open a bank account ASAP in Kenya as soon as possible in Kenya, like in snap of a finger in a few seconds, and you just have your documents, or you open your bank account. It's not the same here in France. Here in France, it takes time. First, you have to book an appointment, and you have to carry your documents, your files, like your documents, your birth certificate, your visa, your blah blah blah. Then you have to wait for some days or a week or so. If you go for the appointment, then I'm going to wait for them to deliver it into your mailbox, to put it in your mailbox, and then you receive it. Yeah, that's the whole process. It's like it takes a lot of time, guys. Going to France, just don't expect things to happen like fast as you expect them, as especially in administration. For example, when I was applying for my visa, I waited. My visa expired. I came here in 2019. My visa expired in November 2020, and I had to wait. I booked the appointment and did everything, but afterwards I had to wait, and my visa just came last month in April. So you see, things take time. They do take time. The other thing is about their pharmacy. In Kenya, I wasn't used to. I lived in the village, actually, to be honest, and you could find that there are some places that we didn't have the pharmacy, and you had to, like, maybe take a bus and go and buy medicine somewhere, or if it's recommended by a doctor, then you had to go to a certain pharmacy and buy the medicine from there. But here in France, you can find a pharmacy in even a small village, like this small village that they're saying, because a village here, you cannot even compare it to the village in Kenya. It's way too different in terms of the infrastructure and stuff like that. The technology is way much better here. I'm not trying to defend any side, but it's evident actually. Here in France, you can only find painkillers, the antibiotics and stuff like that in a pharmacy only. It's not. I think it's not allowed in. It's not allowed to be sold in supermarkets or in other shops. It's only in the pharmacy. Unlike in Kenya, where you can buy, the Panadol, the paracetamol in shops, even in supermarkets, even in a small kiosk around your home in the village. So yeah, it's a bit more different. When you get sick, you just have to go to the pharmacy, and that's it. There's a certain thing, I'm sorry to say this, because I felt like it was a bit weird, because I think it was the first year when I arrived, and I was just going to pick my host kid from school, and I just saw some lady with a dog, and it just pooped on the street, and she did not collect it. So I was kind of shocked, because when your dog poops, you're supposed to collect the poop and maybe throw it in a bin, because there are bins all over the streets, and there are those like papers to collect the poop. They're all over the streets. So she did not do that. She just went as if nothing happened. So I was just in shock and was like, is this really happening? Do other people do this? But I've seen several of them, and they collect, they clean after their dogs. But after that scenario, I was just like, some of them do not. They just go in and go wherever they were going as if nothing happened. We have dispensers and those waste bags around the streets. They are they are put around the streets, along the ways. So you can just pick it and collect the dog's poop and put it in the bin, and that's all. It won't cost you anything actually. So it was a shock to me, a big one. Driving, I think it's normal. In Kenya we drive on the left, and here it's on the right, so nothing much about driving. I'll talk about food. Food is part of the French culture. That's why even in a small village you'll find a bakery, restaurants, even in a small village like the one I'm living right now. So McDonald's is not far away. And the food, I'm going to talk about wine and cheese. Oh my god, I just love cheese, but not all cheese. They say that I don't know if it's a correct English. They buy the smell of the cheese. I mean, this cheese that smell like not really good. It's the best cheese. You get what I'm saying? Some of them don't smell really good. So also the wine. French people love taking wine. You can find them taking wine like maybe after lunch or after a meal, actually, after having parties. And you can find wine at a cheap price, even €5. Yeah, you can just find wine, even if it's not the best wine, but still, as long as it's has a good taste, then you're good to go. You can have a wine at the cheapest price, and they're available. I think French is a country that has the best wine. The other thing I'm going to talk about is going shopping. Here in France, you cannot just wake up in the morning and say that you want to go shopping. If it's on Sunday and that's when you're free, then the shops are closed. So you have to make a schedule and do your shopping within the week, or from Monday to Saturday. And some shops are not open on Saturday. Some of them close early, some of them close later in the day or open later in the day. The other thing under this shopping is that you can find that here in France they have shops for almost everything. You can find their shops for babies, their shops for adult stuff, for makeup. Obviously there are shops for makeup, but you can find that there are shops for spices, for the butchery, for the bread, the bakery. I know it happens in Kenya this way, so in some parts obviously, but not all parts of Kenya, to be honest. Most people prefer going to these shops, these small shops. Like they can go and buy bread in the bakery. I think the quality of these products in these specific shops is a bit higher than when you buy it from the supermarket. And at the bakery, these French people love bread. Like there's a bread called baguette. You can find like in the morning there are cars, a lot of cars, and the parking may be full outside because you have a bakery downstairs. You can see through the window that the car parking is almost full because people are there in the morning. They want to buy bread. Like these people really love bread, and it's like their thing actually. Hi, this is the other thing that really shocked me when I came in France. You know, in Kenya, we're used to saying hello. Maybe you can wave at someone, you can maybe shout hi, or maybe you can just tell them, or you can just like this, like check. It's called gota. For those who understand, they know what I mean. And maybe a hug, or maybe, yeah, it's normal. But here in France, you just find that it's called lovelies. It's like cheek kisses. They're just like, mwah, mwah. And I was like, oh my god, what are they doing? But this is only in family and friends. You can't do this to a stranger that you just meet in the street. No. Plus, these people are really polite. You can't just go in the shop and not say hello, like bonjour. When you enter a shop, you just say bonjour, like hello. And if it's someone you know, or you meet a friend, you just give them a cheek kisses, like yeah, a quick one. But this time with the corona, you just say hello, and that's it. And when you're getting out from the shop, you just say au revoir, goodbye, have a nice day. It's like they're really polite. They're in their way of living, and I really love it. It wasn't a culture shock. It was a shock at first, but I saw it in a polite way. It's very polite, and I really love it. You just find you're imagining that nobody said good morning to you, and you just meet a stranger, they say good morning, and when they see you leaving, they say goodbye, have a nice day. It really feels nice. Yeah, like you can hear them say bonjour, au revoir, like goodbye, have a nice day. It really feels nice. To me, it really feels nice. Or if it's a weekend, you can hear them say bon weekend, have a nice weekend. It really feels good. You just feel like I'm important, even if it's a stranger, you see. So guys, I have a lot of French culture shock, but guess what guys, I'll stop at this, and please stay tuned for part 2. There is a part 2 coming, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. And please guys, please, for those who have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you think. And for your information guys, on the 2nd of June, that's the day after tomorrow, it's my birthday. So if you wish me happy birthday in the comment section, I'll be glad, I'll appreciate. And thank you guys for being like a family to me. I really appreciate, and I love you all.